So week 2, Buffalo Bills, but I feel like there's only one place to start, and that's with Will Fuller. He didn't practice on Thursday, and now in Brian Flores' press conference on Friday, he's come out and said that not only is he missing the game against the Bills, but we don't know when he's going to return. So he could be out for the season, he could be out just for the game. And given how last season Brian Flores was saying how Preston Williams is day-to-day and missed the rest of the season, this doesn't sound good. What do you think?
Good morning, Kadeem.
Good afternoon or good evening, because it's 5 o'clock for me, but good morning.
Oh, wait. I knocked my headphones out. My bad. I said good morning. Did you have like a slick reply, bro?
I said, yeah, technically it's evening because it's 5 o'clock for me, but
yeah,
good morning.
It's funny it's funny how you get the whole day, the entire day before we start recording, and I gotta be like up on my P's and Q's, and you probably have breakfast, lunch, and dinner by now. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the time for you?
It's 12 o'clock.
So it's midday. So it's not like 8 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning.
I work night shift, Kadeem.
I work night shifts as well.
I'm not.
After this,
right, listen. No, bro. Nah, bro. All right, man. Look. Will Fuller. This is news to us. You know, he was coming off a 1-game suspension, and we just knew that. Oh, we get a new look offense. We get the burners. We get the track team. We about to have sprinters run the 4x100. Let's see what it looks like with the Aston Martin quarterback and the Lamborghini receivers. But nah, it doesn't sound. It sounds like you know what? If you remember last year when Ryan Fitzpatrick, his mom passed away, and it was in-house. I want to say a few days prior. It was, he missed practice, and we're keeping it in-house as personal. And it stayed in until it was revealed what happened. This doesn't sound like it's an injury, and I don't think it's an injury. This, again, Flores said it's personal. Messing with the mic real quick, my bad. It's personal. And I want to get the exact quote that this man said. Flores was asked if Will Fuller will return anytime this season. And he said, one day at a time, he has my support. Things happen. When they happen, they're not a part of normal every day. It's a surprise from that standpoint. He's dealing with it. We'll support him. That was Brian Flores' quote. That does not sound like that doesn't sound, I don't want to say good, but you know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, life happens. Let's get this right. Life happens. We don't know what it is. It's just things do happen. Even though you're a millionaire and you play in the NFL, things happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at. What did you make of it?
Yeah, it's so difficult to understand where Brian Flores comes from, simply because, like I said, with Preston Williams, he was like his day-to-day, and obviously that was an injury. With Ryan Fitzpatrick, he was like, give him the time and stuff like that. But a lot of people are saying, in all the years that Brian Flores has been here, and he talks about whatever, his facial expressions made it sound like this isn't good. And I think, and do you know what it is? When Fitz lost his mum, that could be something where you only miss 2 days, or you take it worse and you miss, 2 months. You don't know how someone's going to react to bad news, to anything like that. So I'm not trying to guess what, the personal issue is with Will Fuller, but it does sound like something which, depending on how Will Fuller adjusts to it, how he reacts to it, he could be back next week. Or he could be like, do you know what, guys? Mentally, I'm not there. I can't do this. And what's really bad is that I can't remember the person's name. I really wish I could, because I really want to call him out on this. But what they basically said was, for someone who plays football, Will Fuller doesn't really play football. And people were like, no, like, this isn't injury, this isn't suspension. Yeah. This is someone's personal life. Like, you don't need to do that. That's like a low blow. So, yeah, it's a shame.
That's unfortunate. It's go time, Dolphins. the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Listen, we video, man. Hey, we done got like 3, 4, 5 episodes on YouTube out. We got a visual for the audio podcast. If you used to follow us and subscribe on whatever platform you listen to us on the audio, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, whatever you listen to us on, we appreciate you. 1, 2, we're on YouTube, man. Y'all get to see what we look like finally. You get to see Kadeem and his whatever that thing is he has on his face. What do you call that? A beard, Kadeem?
Yeah, you can't call this anything but a beard. Like, yeah, this is a full-grown Rick Ross, James Harden beard. Like, I'm proud of it.
Is it? Okay, okay.
What more can I add to the beard? Like, yeah, there's like a patch here or like a bit patchy, but like this is, yeah, it's a beard, man.
I'm gonna start going with the okay to okay. We might turn this one into a t-shirt. Okay to okay. But look, man, it's something new that we're doing, and this is the second season, second year leap. We taking the jump, sophomore jump. You know what I'm saying? And we wanted to switch things up, so now we got video for the podcast. And not only do we have video for the podcast, we have a new segment, and we're gonna work the kinks out in the segment, but we're gonna remix it just for today. And the name of this segment is called Fins Up Friday. Fins Up Friday. And if you are a fan of the show, you get to come on the show every single Friday. We're gonna have a new fan every single Friday, and you have a chance. You have a chance to win whatever. I have no idea what we're gonna be giving away every Friday. It's gonna be something new. It might be a gift card, might be some money if the IRS don't catch on to us. You know what I'm saying? It could be a I don't know, an Xbox game, PlayStation. I have no idea, but we just gonna take off with it. It could be some Dolphin stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dolphin clothing. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But Fins Up Friday. And this Friends Up Friday is going to be a little different. Although it's the first one, we brought somebody that's been a listener of the show. Dude's been down with us for a long time. We're going to bring him on, and we're going to top it up with him. But if you want to come on to the show, future references, DM us, holla at us on Facebook, holla at us on Twitter, IG, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere, just anywhere you can contact us. We'll bring you on to the show. You have a chance to win something every single Friday. So it's a giveaway basically every single Friday. Not necessarily a giveaway, but you'll catch on real quick. So let's bring it to the show. Chris, bro, you've been listening to the show for a little minute now. Like, how did you find us? How did you become a fan of the show? And just tell the people how you reached out and how this happened.
What's happening, guys? I can't really hear Charlie. I got to be honest. It's kind of muffled and stuff, bro. So
hey, Kadeem, ask him what I just asked him.
How did you find out about the show? You know, how long have you been working with us? How did you get here today, basically?
I found out about you guys on YouTube. I guess you guys Dolphins Talk put like one of your episodes on during the summer. So I found that, looked around, found you guys on the podcast, and I've been following since like episode 50 or so, I think, maybe 60. And I don't know, man, you guys I like your flow, you know, it's just a little different. You guys it's exactly what Charlie wants it to be in that sense, where it's two boys just chatting it up about their team. And I mean, it sounds like every conversation I have with my friends. And so it's kind of like for outsiders looking in, it would be more of like, what are Dolphin fans really thinking? And this is it. It's great. It's great.
Hey, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you,
He still can't hear me. That's crazy. But look, I will say this. hold on 1 second. I will say this. Hey, he can't hear me now, but he'll hear it on the playback. We appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We really, really appreciate that. Not only do we appreciate you, Chris, even though you can't hear me, but shout out to Josh Katzker from Dolphins Talk and same old Dolphins show, because he shared us on YouTube, and it was just like he didn't have to do a lot of the things that he's done for us. And when he reached out, shout us out on Twitter. And now us, myself, Kadeem, Go Time Dolphins is cool with Dolphins Talk, and Josh Kasker and Kevin Dern and them boys over there. So yeah, man, and obviously apparently that's how this connection came about. So that's cool. So because we have to translate and Chris can't hear me for some reason, let's get Kadeem to I had a slick jab for Chris, but I can't even give it to him right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, could you ask Chris what his fantasy football record is? Let's see what is.
Chris, what's your fantasy football record?
Well, right now I'm 1-0, and I have to say, Kadeem, I'm sorry I obliterated you guys last week. I mean, I think it was like 150 to like 50. I mean, it was. I haven't played fantasy football in a couple of years. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at it. My tactics are essentially, everyone likes numbers and stuff like that. I played football in high school and Pop Warner, so I look at everything from a defensive perspective. So I look up matchups, and that's how I do my lineups, my picks, my everything. That's how I bet. When I bet on football, I don't look at, this is Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. I look at, this is bad matchup for Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do a lot of my football looking, I guess, because I played a lot of defense. It's just my perspective. I played middle linebacker. I'm not a big guy, but I was always physical, so being smart and stuff like that, trying to look at the angles to play. That's how I play fantasy football.
You're on mute, dude. See, so again, peek behind the curtain. This happens a lot, but normally I'll edit it out. So I'll be like, okay, you're on mute, we're talking. Now, if you saw it on video, you saw that live.
Oh, no, listen. I can tell, Charlie be blaming you for a lot of stuff, Kadeem. Kadeem ain't got it.
It's not blame. He really be messing it up. But look, my bad. You still can't hear me, Chris? Apparently not. Chris still can't hear me. So now I was I was thinking like, maybe my mic is messed up on my end, and I don't know why Chris can't hear me. So I plugged the mic back in, and I did some troubleshooting, and then I guess I came back on mute, and then Kadeem called me. I was like, bro, you still on mute. So yeah, you could get the bloopers. But hey, look, so it's a little difficult to do Fins Up Friday when the guests can't hear both the co-hosts. So it's a little hard, but we're gonna still try to make this thing work. Man, bro, how you feel about the what's going on with Will Fuller, Chris? I guess we gotta get our resident translator to ask Chris how he feels about Will Fuller.
So before I ask Chris, I might try and like when you watch them TV shows at like 4 a.m. and there's the guy in the corner doing all of this. I feel like I should be doing that as well, just like doing something while Charlie talks. But
you're 2 hands short, bro.
But essentially, Charlie asked, "What do you make of the Will Fuller situation?"
Part of me is like, bro, you haven't played since week 10 last year. How much personal stuff could you have taken care of in that whole time? But I don't want to be like that, because if his mom's in the hospital sick with COVID and dying or something, I ain't that guy either. I am upset that he's not, gonna line up out there. We need that weapon. I agree that, we don't want to talk about like Deshaun and stuff like that. I don't like. I mean, he's a great player, but it's fantasy land at this point. But I really feel like that if Tua doesn't, either win this locker room or, take us into the playoffs and win, top 15, top 12 quarterback, they're going to look to upgrade, because I look at this team, and this team is ready to go. I mean, this coach, Chris Greer, I don't know. I don't think Chris Greer gets enough credit, man, for being a a GM, he is just a friggin' master. He's out there playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers. The pick up free agents, cutting people and letting them go. And we're like, why do we let that guy go? Well, because Chris Greer is smart, man. He's good at his job, that's for sure. But with Will Fuller, I don't know, man. I'm not happy about it at all. I'm actually pretty pissed because I really felt like that was a key element into us getting a victory Sunday. And I don't know, man. I guess, we need Phillips to show up big. That's what we need. If Phillips shows up and starts looking like that pass rusher we got and gets to Allen once or twice this game, I'll feel so good. But, this is our chance as this team. We are built to win. It is time. We get out 2-0 and everyone else is chasing us. That's right where this team wants to be. We are a deadly team. This defensive coach, the way they scheme, it all pushes towards the defense. You can even see it in last game. They come out of the game, put points on the board, and then play conservative, which I don't like. I feel like Flo's got to chill a little bit on basically putting red tape around Tua in the offense, trying to make the defense, putting it all on defense. It's hurting this team. This team is ready to go. It's time for us to start putting up 30-plus points a game and have a defense that's lights out. That's a Super Bowl winning type team right there. And he's got it. I don't know why he's doing that. I know that, the young quarterback, limit the mistakes, this, that, and the third. But from where I'm sitting, this team is ready to go. So he really needs to not scheme it so much as the three phases, putting everything on the defense, really.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead,
sorry.
Kadeem.
That's how you.
Nah, yeah. So he said a lot there. And I'm like, man, I would hate. I just want to reserve comment on Will Fuller. You know what I'm saying? Until we know what's really going on with Will Fuller. Life happens to all of us, and the timing of it is the timing of it. If it's an injury is an injury, that's one thing. You can't stay healthy. Availability is the best ability. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what's going on with Will Fuller. So yeah, everybody's gonna be unhappy. Like everybody wants to see I want to see this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this offense. But man, with not knowing what it is, it's like, all right, nah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it's, I don't even want to give an example. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool. But I do agree with Chris saying, it's time to let the birds fly. Like, when a bird learns how to fly, the mother bird throws him out the nest. And he starts falling, and either he flies or not. And then the mama bird will come swoop down and catch him if he can't fly yet. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta throw him out the nest. Like, throw him out the nest, see what we got.
So obviously, Chris couldn't hear that. So basically, I am translating this episode, but Charlie said, yeah, he agreed with you in terms of letting Tua let it rip and stuff like that. So I'll ask Chris first, and then we go to Charlie. Did you see Tua come out and say, so when we got the ball back up 1 and we was first and I think was 15 on our 5-yard line, it was a run play. Tua cancelled that, went to the pass, quick RPO to Devontae Parker. And that's the kind of thing where I think even coming out of college, everyone was like, or I say everyone, like Steve Sarkisian, yeah, there we go. And Alabama Players basically said the one thing, Charlie, be quiet, man. The one thing Tua's really good at is draw, like in the huddle, and then go to a play which we haven't really done before, but it works. And to me, that's a perfect example. And when people had all this stuff about he's not a leader, he's not a captain, all this kind of stuff, no. And again, it goes back to last year when Tua said we was in the huddle and I knew the play wasn't going to work. Yeah, I couldn't take out of it, so I stuck with it and it didn't work. If we have a situation where Tua is now able to go into the huddle and say, you know what, I'm at line of scrimmage, I don't like this, let's go to this, and it worked, perfect. That is exactly what we want from a quarterback, from a leader. That's what we want for this offense to go forward. And what's also funny is that someone on NFL Network basically agreed with what JC Jackson said, and basically said that he went back and watched the game, And Tua only looks at his first read, and when that didn't work, he basically threw it up and let Devontae Parker bail him out, which is funny because that's what everyone said Tua needs to do last year, to basically start airing it out. So what's he meant to do? Like, so Chris, I'll go to you and then we'll go to Charlie.
I looked at the 22 tape. Like I said, bro, when I'm a real fan, I watch a lot. I can't consume enough. But he was going through his progressions. I seen it, that, and okay, Parker was the second or third read and stuff like that. But I don't know. Listen, I get it. There's a bias. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the Christian on him. I don't think they like that stuff on there. Yeah. I really do, man. I wouldn't say it's a color thing. If it was 10 years ago, I think it could be a color thing. It might be. I don't know. But I do think they don't like him because he's a good old boy from Alabama, Christian. They hate that stuff. But that's what it's going to take from Tua. It's going to take him saying, I better take this job by the reins and show, because I like it or not, this team is probably looking at Deshaun. It's a definite. Everybody knows. So if he wants to keep this job and not be what they call him, he's going to have to say, yeah, this play ain't going to work for me, and take hold and push the ball and be what we saw him be in college. He's good at being that cutthroat guy, where, back in the 90s when Dan would sit there and run all these plays and not audible, and Jimmy came in and handcuffed him. Eventually, it's late in the fourth quarter. We're down by 10, and Dan's got to say, "F that! I'm taking this game over." Tua's gonna have to do that now, because he ain't gonna be here next year. Chances if he doesn't. So I hope to see that comfort in him, and I want this kid to work out, because if it works out, this team is loaded, young, and ready. I think to get that other guy is gonna really it's gonna set us back, honestly. With what the cost, not the talent, the cost. And then you got to pay these guys, bro. Kidding me? He's going to want $250 million. That stuff's hard to build around. This kid young, I could see Tua being the kind of guy, kind of like Brady. He'll take a contract, but everyone's getting 35. He wants 25. He don't need to be rich. He wants to be a winner. Guy like that, you can build a team around, not build the team for. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's got to, man. He's got to, because he's got someone chomping at the bits. I read an article today. Deshaun wants to only go to Miami. He's coming this way. I'm sure he's living right around the corner from the stadium, waiting to get in that bad boy. Probably got himself a hacked, card to get inside the building, snooping around the halls. He's coming after your job, bro. You better get with it, man, because this guy wants your job. And the coaching staff is a defensive coach. He don't want someone airing the ball out. I know that's what we want, and that's what we've seen. I like the throws. I like what he did, and I think he's tougher than that. They're not giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's young, injured, COVID, nothing. They give this kid nothing. So if he could take it and he comes out at the end of this year, I'm stoked. He comes out at the end of this year and there ain't no more Deshaun talk. I'm super stoked, because that means this kid has made. I want to see a man out there, bro. I don't want to see a little kid out there. I want to see a man. I want to see him get fired up. I want to see him come off after a sack and throw a punch or something. I don't know. Get dirty. Get him riled up. Grab your O-line and let that sack up by the face and scream at him. Show people this fire. I know he's got it in there. We all do, but that's what it's going to take. I think if he did something like that, we would all think and act a little different about him.
Kadeem.
Charlie, before you go there, hear me out.
Bro, what are you doing, bro?
No, before you go there, Charlie, hear me out. I wasn't trying to flex. I wasn't trying to show anything off. I looked down. There was something on my top, so I dusted it down. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of neck, which you don't like either. So I was trying to adjust. That's all I was doing. I was like, it was a bit too loopy at the front. I didn't like it. I was adjusting. That's all I was doing. I saw your face, and I wasn't flexing.
For everybody listening to us on audio, I ain't gonna lie, if you follow Go Time Dolphins and you rock with us on audio, you'll probably love us on video. Like, Kadeem is over here addressing his word. Like, he just, what are you doing, bro? Like
I
you
literally
looking at his,
explained.
he's looking in the camera, like messing with it, adjusting his shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I look good today. You know what I'm saying? Showing us his taco meat. We don't want to see your taco meat, Kadeem.
Okay, first of all, so Chris obviously you can't hear. Charlie is just trying to have a go at me. If I was going to show off, if I was going to show off with any jersey, it wouldn't be a Raekwon McMillan jersey. That's what I'm wearing. 52. It's McMillan. Why would I show that off? It's not Kirk Merritt. It's
Is
not.
he even
Is it
playing?
literally? Pardon?
Does he even play anymore?
I don't know where he is. I don't know where Raekwon McMillan is.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Chris had a good point that I really wanted to speak on, and you over here changing like showing us your summer like chest hairs. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I can't even remember the point that he made.
And the thing is, no, Chris did make an excellent point. You know, talking about how what was funny was the whole Deshaun Watson probably got like a hacked card. He's there. He's about the stadium. Brilliant point. And again, it's something which Ricky, spoke about before, about the whole, part of the reason why they probably don't like Tua is because he's a Christian. Like, that's part of the reason as why. And also as well, he also said, how Brian Flores doesn't want someone who's going to turn the ball over. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So Tua's, conservative nature, which isn't really that conservative, because if he was conservative, he would have ran that ball in that first down. He wouldn't have thrown it. That's not what a conservative, quarterback does. He aired it out, basically won us the game with that. So yeah, that's what Chris said. And I apologize if it looked like I was flexing. I really wasn't.
But I don't know what you got going on, bro. Like I don't know what you got going on. But to that Deshaun Watson point, I will say this. I had a I want to say a girlfriend, but I had an interest, a female interest, and I was like, man, I'm chasing this chick, right? And I was chasing her, and I thought she was feeling me. You know what I'm saying? I really did thought she was feeling me, or think she was feeling me, and it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, let me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I take initiative. I'll chase the chick. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm interested. Maybe they like to chase, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they want me to pursue. All right, whatever. So I'm pursuing her. And it gets to the point where I'm like, nah, it's not it. Because I've been, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. She's just not interested. That's fair. That's fine. She don't have to be. But the reason why I say this is because Deshaun Watson could want to be a Dolphin as much as he wants to be a Dolphin. You know what I'm saying? He could want to come to Miami as much. Miami could be the only team he wants to play for. But it takes two. Does Miami want him? You know what I'm saying? Does Miami want Deshaun? Because if not, it's not going to work. I could chase that chick as much as I want to chase her, put on my track shoes, Michael Johnson, Donovan Bailey. But if she don't want me, she don't want me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if Miami actually wants Deshaun Watson. And it might be all the rumors out there. And I don't believe we want Deshaun Watson. But you done with your taco meat, Kadeem?
I am, and I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. But I think as this is a Bills preview, we probably should get to the preview. Chris, what do you reckon the offense needs to do to get past this Buffalo Bills team on Sunday?
Honestly, I think they need to just play their game. I mean, this offense is built to beat. This team is built to beat the Buffalo Bills. That's what they're building. They want, 5 DBs, 6 DBs out there, 2 linebackers, 4 on the front, a bunch of guys running in the back end. Speed on defense, speed on offense, dink, dunk, quick passes, yard after the catch. They need to play their game. We can't let Buffalo push us around. I really think, if you look at both of those drives, those starting drives of the game and of the half, that high-paced, put them on their heels type of offense, that's what we need to push every down. If you watch Kansas City, that's what Patrick Mahomes does. They say, listen, we're going to score 40 points in the first half. Good luck winning the game. They don't put all their eggs in the defense basket. Now, to me, a winning formula would be have both. I like eating cake like that. You know, you have a great defense and you push the ball like an offense like that. We have the weapons. The money's been spent, the capital. I'm not impressed with the O-line. I know people, they're young and stuff like that. People say this and that. I don't like the pressure they allow up the middle. Tua is too small to allow that kind of pressure. I see how defenses are scheming. They're like, hey, you know, they're not coming outside rushers on them. They're coming inside rushers on them or bringing it bunched up in the middle. And then they're always trying to push from his left side. So he has to flush him out to his right, you know, to his non-predominantly throwing arm. And it works. And I don't like that, you know. Self-scouting of this offense needs to do a better job at keeping those lanes for him to step up in, because that's when we watched him in the preseason, he would drop back 2 steps, take 1 step forward, and deliver strikes. And, you know, I like that. I like the RPO. Sometimes it's a little gimmicky, but with weapons like Waddle and Fuller, whenever he gets out there, that gimmick ain't a gimmick. That's a freaking good play. So I think for the Bills, they got speed, they got this, but I think we need to, you know, do exactly what this team's built for. That play action, those running backs are fast, you know, mix it up, you know, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, you know, take 3-yard passes. That's kind of what they've turned this into now. The whole NFL isn't about running games. Your running game is your passing game, really. So use it. Myles Gaskin, it's his year, bro. I love Myles Gaskin, friend of the podcast, Myles Gaskin. Excuse me,
friend of the podcast.
But you know, I like him. I believe in him. I believe also Ahmed, man, that guy, he is so fast, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I really think that, you know, they got to play their game, because if we play our game, they have to play our game on defense. We want you to throw the ball. Please throw the football around. Eventually, one of your wide receivers, one of your running backs, I don't even care if they catch it. This team has proved that you go running around in the middle of the field, they're not just tackling you. They're going after the football. They're punching, they're pulling, they're scraping. I'm sure there's an eye poke every now and again, whatever. You know, they're for real on defense, and honestly, I think we're for real on offense. But you know, I think whatever the game plan is, it's got to be aggressive. That's what Tua does best. When he's aggressive, man, you can see it in his eye. It's like he's got like he gets all sharp-eyed like this, and he's all, you know, extra like looking at it, and he's like, well, bam, well, bam, well, bam, well, bam. Just, you know, it that'll destroy a team. That'll destroy a team. When you got to watch a team go just slice you up, and then you know that's not the good part of their team. That defense is. So now we got to go try to throw on these guys. That's what we need to do.
Hey, Kadeem.
Yeah.
So everybody listening to audio, we're on video now. I'm share, like, subscribe. I just want to say that again. Like, everybody knows we're gonna keep plugging this like YouTube thing at Go Time Dolphins. I'm at Charlie Touche everywhere. Charlie_Touche on Twitter, at Kadeem Simmons. And it's bugging me that I can't even chop it up with Chris, because we've been chopping it up on Facebook and he can't even hear me talking. And it is killing me. Listen, Kadeem, bro. Everyone, like I said, everybody listening to audio, there's video now. There's a ticker. There's a scroll that scrolls across the bottom. And it says stats and follow us. And right now it says, how do we stop Josh Allen? Kadeem just had the scroll say, what was the last scroll? Something about offense?
How to win on offense.
Bro, we're gonna have to use words that are like, yo, how to win on offense. Offense has an S in it, bro. Like how y'all spell offense in London, we don't spell offense like that over in the States, bro. You're gonna have to find some mutual words that cannot be like, yo, because that's killing me, bro.
Okay, so Chris, basically, what I've been in trouble for is the scroll that said how to win an offense, and offense was spelled with a C instead of an S. So now it's spelled with an S. I'm sorry. Do you know what? I will, you know, make it world public known. When you add the banners, spell it how you want. When I can control the banners, I'm spelling it the English way. And if you don't like it, let's change roles. I'm
But we speak English too.
Yeah. You speak American English. I speak English. Like, and again, it's in the term. You speak American English. Like, you can change the spelling and stuff like that, but I will appease you, and it's not going to S in it. It's not going to S in it. There you go.
Hey, 23 straight takeaways. 23 straight games with a takeaway. Longest active streak in the NFL. The next team behind us has 8. 8, bro. Like 23 straight games. I think we can keep this up all season. I really do. I really think we could go every single game with a takeaway. You know what I'm saying? And I would bet I'll take that bet to Vegas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would take that prop bet to Vegas. Every single game the Dolphins have a takeaway, and it's gonna break some type of record. What's the record? Do we have the record? Is it 31?
I think it's 36.
34, something like that?
Yeah, but
okay,
31, 34, 36. So we're talking about the record of consecutive games in terms of takeaways. Dolphins won 23. The record somewhere in the 30s.
I thought we were 20.
28, sorry, yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I expect that to continue on Sunday. You know, this team is disciplined and disciplined to punch the ball. You heard the other day they were talking about guys walking around the facilities with footballs. People are just punching them out all over the joint, which is good if you're a running back holding the ball to not get it punched, and you're good on defense to train, see ball, get ball. The defense isn't what I worry about. As we've seen, man, when you got Xavier Howard back there, honestly, I think they should name the defense the 25 defense. You know what I'm saying? We've heard of that being told before, because if you're smart, you're trying to funnel the ball being in his direction. And it's what they do. That's why they bracket guys with Jones, and they let, X sit out there with, on man-to-man or play soft zone trying to catch him up. I didn't expect Jones to throw, Mac Jones to throw a interception last week, because Bill was going to say, listen, you see that guy? I don't care where he is. That whole side of the field's gone to you, which is smart. They took all the underneath in that last game, but the defense isn't what I care about. We need to live and die by the sword on offense. Tua's not he's not a guy that's going to make bad throws. I know it's hard to say that after last week where he just chucked one up in the air and it looked ugly, and everyone's like, look, see, he is terrible. And I hate that, bro. God, I hate all that smack talk about him. But I don't think he's the type of guy to lose the game for his team. So put the ball in his hands. Let him dice him up. Let him do what he wants to do. I think he needs a little bit more freedom. I like Godsey, Stootsville,
and we've lost Chris. We lost audio, Chris. So if you're hearing on video, you kind of lost Chris. If you're on audio, you haven't heard a single thing. This is nothing for audio. While Chris tries to get his audio back, Charlie, how do you reckon we stop Josh Allen on Sunday?
Man, Chris has been on the money, man. Like, I wish I could just chop it up with Dog, but
listen, I can hear you now. I can't hear Kadeem though. I can't hear Kadeem now. Bye, Kadeem. I can hear you now though, Charlie.
Hold on. So listen. This is great. So I haven't been able to talk to Chris this whole episode, and Kadeem was translating. Chris had an audio issue, and we couldn't hear Chris anymore. And now Chris can hear me, but he can no longer hear Kadeem. Boy, they're talking about a party. Look, man, now we're going to leave Kadeem out of this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris, bro, look. Hey, you ever woke up and then stayed in the bed for like 2 hours because you didn't want to get up?
I mean, I'm self-employed, bro. If I want to stay home and sleep, that's what I'm going to do.
You feel me?
But yeah, of course. I mean, I've been sore. Said no way, bro. I ain't going. I'm not doing it.
You feel me? Like, so we gotta wake up and do a
couple days off.
We gotta do a podcast. Kadeem, it's like 8:00 at night. He done had a whole day, did the whole gym session. Well, he probably don't know nothing about a gym, but you know what I'm saying? And I gotta wake up after a night shift and then come on camera. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even chop it up with you, bro. We've been chopping it up on Facebook, bro. I'm glad we get to talk now finally.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But man, that's funny. This threw me for a loop. Go ahead.
now that I get to talk to you, I'm just letting you know you ain't getting
Yeah.
that Keenan Allen. You ain't getting that Keenan Allen on fantasy. I see you want him and stuff like that.
Hey,
I
no.
saw
Hey,
you
so
trading.
look, what's up? We gotta get a trade going, bro. We gotta get a trade.
I know
bro.
you want him, bro, but he ain't coming your way. You know what I mean,
Right.
unless you want to be one of them running backs.
We could work that out. You want to make an on-air trade right now?
I don't know what 2 running backs did you have? I forget.
I got Dalvin Cook. I got Josh Jacobs. I might have Chris Carson. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Can we make a trade on air? Kadeem getting hot right now because he's only got 50 points in the whole league.
Oh man, it was ugly. I literally saw that matchup and I'm like, Kadeem, what are you doing? You know, not that I didn't. Listen, if I'd have lost to Kadeem, it would have been because Tua blew up and Gesicki and everything. But like I said, bro, I look at everything defensively when I played fantasy. I knew there wasn't. You know, he wasn't going to get the numbers to beat Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill I got on my bench. So.
All right, so look, we'll top it up in a little bit, but let's get back to this Buffalo Bills thing. Look, man, I feel like what the Dolphins have to do is not. I honestly believe that they thought Buffalo was going to lay down last year, and they were going to rest starters, and they did not come in prepared. And we thought we were going to get the playoffs handed to us. And instead of getting the playoffs handed to us, we got our what's handed to us.
We got our asses.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta believe that Miami has circled this. My friend of the podcast, Miles Gaskin, 40 Acres and a Hellcat, came on the show and said, I haven't beat Buffalo since I've been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't beat Buffalo since I've been here. And playing division games is what I get up for, basically. You know what I'm saying? But he went back to himself and said, oh, one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro. But listen, I gotta believe that everybody in that locker room is gonna be like, nah, bro, we not gonna get late. We not gonna lay down against Buffalo ever again. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see what this team looks like against Buffalo. This is the litmus test now. This is gonna tell you where the Dolphins are. If the Dolphins come out and get smacked around against Buffalo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys. It's gonna be a tough season. We're gonna be what do we get? What do we get? If the Dolphins come out and like look like a playoff team, play like a playoff team.
I agree completely, man. Like I said earlier, I think this team was built to beat Buffalo. I mean, in the AFC, it's Patrick Mahomes that sits in the top, and KC and Buffalo are not dissimilar in how they operate on offense. I 1,000,000% agree with you that we walked into Week 16 last year thinking we were just going to walk through the playoffs, and we got caught sleeping, and it was ugly. I hate that game, bro. You're talking about laying awake in my bed for 2 hours just because I'm thinking about that beating that they gave us.
Yeah.
It was ugly. I think they got caught sleeping at the wheel, man. They really did. And I wouldn't be surprised. Look, win or lose, that ain't never happening again. Not to this team, bro. Not to this team. If that happens again, somebody's getting fired. That's just how this team operates now. If we get whipped like that, there's a couple people's reason, and some people are going to lose their job. You know, we might only have one offensive coordinator after that. You know, I don't know what it is. It's just there ain't no way they're going to put up points like that and not diagnose what went wrong. Because if I went back and watched it, like I said, I watched some film quite a bit, and it was ugly, bro. It was ugly. People were,
I can't even.
It was a lot of not effort. It was no effort. It wasn't no effort, man. I seen it. Guys are pulling up, in the secondary.
Nah, man. Nobody wanted it. Like I said, everybody thought we was gonna just waltz our way into the playoffs. But Kadeem, you got anything else to close with for the Buffalo game this week?
Yeah, it's listen, the one thing Miami have really struggled with under Brian Flores is stopping mobile quarterbacks. And Josh Allen has an absolute cannon on him. It can be Evan at some point. However, we need to stop Josh Allen from, beating us with his legs. We need to say to Josh Allen, throw all you want. Throw underneath. Because as far as I know, if we say to Josh Allen, air it out, try and find digs, all that kind of stuff, he can start throwing interceptions. because our defense is that stingy. And Josh Allen, listen, we know he's got better, but you know, we saw last week, is Josh Allen now regressing back to what we thought he was going to be? What we can't allow is for, you know, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and everyone's blanketed up for Josh Allen to escape and scramble for a first down, because that's going to be a killer. So contain Josh Allen and make him beat him, make him beat us with his arm. Now listen, if Josh Allen throws 400 yards and dices up this Dolphins defense, I'll go, do you know what? Yo, fair play. I'm not expecting him to do that. I know last year they put us points on us, but that was like Josh Allen and their backup. If Josh Allen on Sunday puts up 400 yards and 35 points over the full 60 minutes against this defense, fair play.
Fair play. Hey, fair play. I knew the fair play was coming, mate. Hey, listen. Let's go no huddle real quick, Kadeem.
Yeah, definitely. So we've mentioned that there is no Will Fuller. It's a shame. It's a shame. We have no. I say no. Basically, full team. Everyone's fit. Everyone healthy. The only person who didn't participate on Thursday was Will Fuller, and that's a personal reason. But in terms of who was in the injury report, but full participation, Clayton Fedulum, John Jenkins, Devontae Parker, Landon Roberts, Adam Shaheen, Andrew Van Ginkel, Preston Williams. Obviously, we've got Austin Jackson back from the podcast, Austin Jackson. In terms of Buffalo, it's really weird. Like Cole Beasley just hasn't been participating in training. Neither has Mario Addison. But they also do have Matt Milano back and Isaiah McKenzie. And then on Thursday, they had Emmanuel Sanders not participating, but that was on basically, you know, vet rest. And they had Gabriel Davis and Micah Hyde limited, as well as Star Lutulele. Now, hopefully I don't get this wrong, but in terms of the weather, it's 88 degrees Fahrenheit and 31 degrees Celsius. Now, your face is like, I got it right. I know I got it right.
Yeah, you good. You solid.
Thank you very much. So that's no huddle.
So
that's my part of no huddle.
Fantasy football wise, you know, the reason we pass off fantasy football no huddle from Kadeem, he hands it off to me because we already know. So fantasy football wise, we missed the mark with Mike Gesicki last week. I told you to start him, and I'm gonna be fair. If you, like I said, if you drafted Mike Gesicki after Andrews, after Kelsey, after Waller, and your board fell to Mike Gesicki, you have to keep putting him out there. The problem is, the problem is no one on this offense defense is ever gonna have a script that just has that person go off for 3 touchdowns and 180 yards. If it happens, it happens, but it's not going to be scripted to happen. So you're still going to, I like Waddle. I like the targets. I like the looks first game. So what you want to do in fantasy football, you're going to, depending on who you had, you know what I'm saying? You might have had Jerry Jeudy. You know what I'm saying? If Jeudy was one of your receivers and you had Waddle on the bench, right now would be a nice time to throw Waddle in that flex. You know what I'm saying? If you have Myles Gaskin, that's my dog. He's starting Myles Gaskin is starting every single week for me. All right. So if you got Myles Gaskin, you want to start Myles Gaskin. You want to think about throwing Waddle in there in your flex this week. Gesicki, if you didn't have anybody but Gesicki, don't look for a new tight end yet. Let's see what happens with Gesicki. I'm not sure about Parker this game, but depending on who you got in your flex, all this is what does your bench look like? I like Parker to get looks. I like him to get targets, and I like him to go off if the game is going. You know what? Start Devontae Parker this week in fantasy football. Charlie Touche said it, and if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't work out, at me. Start Parker this week. Start Parker. So as far as the Buffalo side, Tua, start Tua. Oh, y'all, hey, y'all get real live phone calls from work on my on Go Time Dolphins here. But listen, don't tell nobody I'm working right now. So you're gonna start Tua. I told you to start Tua until it's time to not start Tua. But I like Tua. I like him to run the ball a little bit more this year. He put on some muscle, and he's gonna take some more hits. Who else we got? That's all I like in fantasy football. You got that Dolphins defense. You got Jason Sanders, number 1 kicker in fantasy football. Well, I don't know if he's number 1 right now. Probably not number 1 right now, but he will be. He will be a number. He'll be a top 5 kicker. So you're gonna throw Jason Sanders out there. As far as the Buffalo side of the ball, you starting Josh Allen. You starting Diggs. You're not starting Moss or Singletary. And Cole Beasley, I wouldn't do it, but it's time. You know what I'm saying? And I'll also start the Buffalo defense, because if you look at the game last year, if we're going off of just the last game, you're only as good as your last game. But that's all I got for No Huddle. And man, I think the last time the Dolphins beat the Bills were in Hard Rock Stadium, and I think it was that game. It was that game when Josh Allen threw the ball up to Charles Clay in the end zone, and it came up like 5 yards short, and he was wide open. So they probably should have beat us then too. And I think that's the last. I believe that was the last time we beat the Buffalo Bills.
True.
What you got, Chris? You want to close for us? What you got?
I mean, I won't close for you guys. This is your show, but I will say this: I wouldn't start Parker. I'll be honest with you. I think Parker.
We're gonna find out
now.
Going
to do good. I think he's gonna do good, but I think Parker really needs to be on your starting line when Will Fuller gets in there. That boy gonna eat
for sure.
Like you wouldn't
For
believe.
Sure.
Oh my God, man, he's gonna eat. Now, right now, it's early in the season, so yeah, you know what? Maybe you're right because it's still early. He ain't all nicked up yet. You know how Parker is, man. But
speaking of glass,
the Myles Gaskin, that is a lot, bro. That Myles Gaskin, like I said, man, he's my favorite, bro. I really think he's going to be a household name by the end of this year. I really do.
So look, check it out. We about to close, right? But we can't get out of Fins Up Friday without this right here. So every Fins Up Friday, we're going to have a fan on. You know what I'm saying? A Dolphin fan. And it would be nice if you were a Go Time Dolphins listener. But you're the first one, Chris. And we throwing this out there. And I'm going to ask you a question, right? And this week, you get a best. Hey, Kadeem, y'all got Best Buy over there?
Yeah.
No. I was talking about London. So y'all got Best Buy in London. All right. So when we get a UK listener on, we'll have to figure out how we're gonna do that. But Chris, bro, you get a $50 gift card to Best Buy if you get this question right. You got 13 seconds to answer this question. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
It's the first time we doing Fins Up Friday. I'm gonna shoot you a lob. I hope you throw this one down as a Dolphin fan. You ready?
Go ahead.
Which university did Dan Marino play his college career at?
Pitt.
Hey, that's it. It's that simple.
Come on, bro.
Is that like, hey,
on,
it's
bro.
that simple. It's that simple. Hey, if you didn't get that one, I'm like, yo, we got to. Yeah,
I'm a fake. This hat ain't real. Nothing real.
Yo, it didn't take this man no time. University of Pittsburgh, Dan Marino went to school at. He wore 13 at Pitt. I actually have I used to have a Pitt throwback jersey, number 13. That thing was so tough. I don't know what happened to it. I was gonna frame it and all the good stuff, but yeah, man. Hey, look, check this out. Fins Up Friday. It's Go Time Dolphins. Chris, we appreciate you coming on to the show, dog. You know, we've been chopping it up via Facebook. Half of the show, I had some good stuff for you, bro, and we couldn't even communicate.
Man, I wish.
So, yeah, I had some stuff ready to go.
Next time.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, like, we appreciate you coming on to the show. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, Chris Adams, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
This is gonna have to be like the quickest bonus time because
2 minute drill. 2 minute drill.
Literally, so one of my friends messaged me saying he watch the podcast. He can see like the light in my glasses. If you look at my glasses, you can see a screen to my left. I've started work like technically, if anyone from work sees this, I'm leaving now because I'm working. Like, I can't be here no more. Like, I'm done. So, very, very quickly, Charlie, I'll ask you, then you can ask Chris. Score prediction for Sunday.
Yo, real
17.
quick, Charlie, I don't mean to interrupt. I don't mean to interrupt or nothing, bro. But when I couldn't hear you earlier, you sounded like the slow motion lion. And for whatever reason, no offense, Kadeem, but you sound like a mouse right now. It's like all high pitched and squeaky. I don't mean to throw the whole show off right now, dog. But I just gotta say something. When you were on, it was like it sounded like a bunch of roars. Now yours is like and Kadeem, I love you, dog. I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw you on the spot like that.
That's wild.
I'm sorry, it's the craziest thing ever.
It's cool. We'll work that out. We're gonna get the kinks ironed out, and I'm glad that everybody gets to listen and get it worked out. So score prediction, real quick. I got Miami 20-17. Who you got, Chris? Score prediction.
I got Miami 27-24.
What you got, Kadeem?
I have Miami 28-21.
All right, we out of there. Go Tom Dolphins.